family movie night. I gotta find something that we haven't seen a million times already. What's this? Huh. It's got Dumbo in the title. It's got a parachuting elephant. It's got this guy, and this guy, and this guy. Solid laughs, that's usually a good sign. Hey, you guys want to watch Operation Dumbo Drop? It's got solid laughs.
Here comes another one.
Perfect. Where do I even start with this one? Parachuting elephant. I mean, that's what this movie really is. It's a 90-minute wait to get to the point that we all know is coming. It's in the title, it's on the poster, it's in the trailer, so we all know what we're getting here. But every film does have to have a beginning, middle, and end, and technically this qualifies as a film. So what do we got here? How does a Vietnam War setting, with A-list talent from then recent blockbusters like Predator 2,
You are one ugly mother. Motherfucker.
Goodfellas,
What do you want? Go, you want some? Huh?
and Demolition Man sound.
So you think you're taking me in, huh? Guess what? Not happening.
Not bad, right? What if I was to also tell you that all of that was packaged as a Disney family comedy? Everything kicks off in South Vietnam 1962 as we see local villagers and elephants cohabitating in peace.
Chúng nó bên kia kìa. Chuẩn bị pháo.
I mean, okay, that seemed a little dark, but I mean, Disney can be a little dark at times, so I'm sure it's all uphill from here, right? We then flash forward 6 years and are quickly introduced to one of the faces on the DVD box.
I'm Doyle.
Ray Liotta as Ray Liotta playing Captain Doyle. Doyle's apparently a big hit with all of his soldier buddies because right off the bat, these helicopter pilots are looking to hit him with a good old prank. You know, the Vietnam War, just a bunch of soldiers looking for some good-natured goofing and gaffing. Random Nestle Crunch product placement. Yeah, no biggie. Just, you know, some surface air gunfire. No big deal.
Oh, Grandma Charlie's got a 51. He's down there every day, hoping and waiting. Could hit the broad side of us.
All right, time to get this plot moving, but not before.
Got another!
So what's he doing all the way out here? Probably collecting a paycheck, right? Oh, you mean the character. Turns out Captain Doyle's traveled all the way out to this remote Vietnamese mountain village in search of Captain Sam Cahill.
Where I'm from, everybody knows of him. He's a legend. Captain Samuel Cahill?
This is where we meet another one of the DVD box guys, Danny Glover, who's apparently still in exile after Lethal Weapon 3.
Riggs, everybody's outside. Just me, you, and this cat are dumb enough to be down here.
Nearly a catastrophe, huh?
His character, Sam Cahill, has been embedded in this mountain village for some time now, all in the hopes of developing some kind of good relationship between the villagers and the United States military. Doyle's here to replace Cahill, who just so happens to be closing in on being discharged, also that he can go on to make Gone Fishing with Joe Pesci.
Mudawi Doyle. Munao jang dang pa jang ah.
And it's here that we meet Poe.
Village elder?
Kind of. Here he comes. Don't turn around and close your eyes. Paul want to touch your face.
I think we all know where this one's going. I remember that Crunch Bar from earlier?
I only have one. Understand? One. Two.
Why exactly is this village so important? Apparently it sits along the Ho Chi Minh Trail, where the North Vietnamese army is transporting all of its weapons. Most of its weapons. Some of its weapons. It's transporting weapons. You should have left like 1 or 2 people guarding that village or something. Damn you, Crunch Bar!
Chúng nó sẽ bị trừng phạt.
Đừng bắt con tôi, đừng!
Câm mồm! Còn các người, sẽ trừng phạt các người.
Wait, is this supposed to be product placement? Not exactly sure you want to be advertising candy bars to kids this way.
Nestle Crunch!
I thought they popped the kid. Did they pop the kid and the elephant?
I'm sorry about the elephant.
Really not going to mention the kid? Like, at all?
The tradition here is that at high noon on the last day of Wampasat, the New Moon Festival, the King of Fire enters on top of the village elephant. And we have to do it by Friday.
Wait, do what by Friday?
He is going to get you a new elephant.
I am not getting them an elephant.
So they've got to deliver a new elephant to the village by Friday for a festival and Asian tradition. Okay. Time for a roundup roll call. First up, we've got Doug E. Doug playing Specialist for Harvey Ashford. But it's not that important. I mean, he's not on the DVD box. And then there's this guy who really doesn't do or say much after this brief introduction. But we do learn that he doesn't like animals, which of course means that he's on the team. I mean, you'd think that that would somehow play into something later on in the movie, but it doesn't. And now that we've got the full team assembled, we can finally... Wait. Are we forgetting somebody?
I want to run through the streets naked with green jello all over my body reading Playboy magazine.
Dennis Leary.
You're getting us the elephant.
Or what?
Oh, I know other things about you, Pooh.
There isn't anything you know that's going to keep me from getting on that plane to Honolulu.
I gotta be honest, I haven't been a big fan of Dennis Leary since catching that Family Channel edit of one of his old stand-up specials.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and
So yeah, he's in this movie too, playing a character by the name of Officer Poole, who throughout most of the film weaves between being an asshole and a dick. So, big stretch. Now that the team is finally assembled, it's time to go get that elephant. Where would you even start to look if you were in their shoes? Why, the elephant distribution village, apparently.
Let me handle the negotiation. I already talked to this guy on the radio. Thinks he's tough, but I'm gonna crack him like a walnut. To
Ooh, Lopan!
It's a good knife. Goodbye, Mr. Burton.
After some comically questionable negotiation, we're introduced to the final members of our group, Lynn and Botot the elephant.
What?
Why is the little boy tagging along?
We're going to a village far away. I'm sure Lynn's family will.
Boy has no family. All killed.
In the war?
No, hit by falling star. Yes, in war.
That's a new level of the Dead Bear and Disney trope. Let him know that the folks have kicked the bucket and then sick burn.
No.
Oh, he's waking up.
Dad?
Nah, I'm kidding, he's dead. Okay, so we've got an elephant now.
Anyone else here know how to work an elephant?
I was in love with a fat woman once, but she never listened to me.
For the village and their mysterious Asian festival, also that the US can spy on the bad guys and their weapon activity. I just want to see this elephant get dropped out of an airplane.
That elephant just came along to say goodbye, right?
You're not actually thinking of putting that on my plane.
What's the problem?
No. It's not getting aboard the plane unless it's dead. I'd be happy to oblige.
Luckily for the team, Poole was able to pull a few strings to get them on board and help keep things a bit more calm during the flight.
This operation's top secret, and that's why you never heard anything about a large mammal friend over there. Now, couldn't get elephant tranquilizer because the only place it has is the London Zoo.
And what's that?
Water buffalo tranquilizer.
My word.
I guess we give her one now, and then we give her one later if she needs it.
Well, how are we supposed to get her to swallow one of these?
She's not supposed to swallow it.
I know what you're thinking. No way they're really gonna do this, right?
Don't you move, you big suitcase. All right. Oh, that's horrible.
You weird.
Dude, 90s kids movies were fucked.
Hey, you know, I wouldn't have traded that night for anything.
So when can I see you again, Shay?
Why don't you give me a call in, say, about 10 years?
Fine.
Okay. It's a date.
Now that we got that out of the way, it's about time that we move on to the next scene and never talk about this to anyone ever again.
Botot, no like plane.
Kid.
I'll handle it.
Well, then handle it.
Hurry up, because down out here you'll never get her inside.
Cahill!
This is a Disney family movie, right? But whatever. They're on the airplane with the elephant, so we must be getting close to Operation Dumbo Drop.
We got a nasty headwind. Give baby the other dose, Captain.
And wouldn't you know it, Specialist What's-His-Name over here has to go and ruin everything. We all know what time it is now. Elephant hijinks time! Major Mean Guy apparently really hates hijinks.
Dump it.
Just not a fun guy. And politely tells everyone to keep it down.
Get back there and shoot it!
And after we get this close to premature Dumbo Drop, our crew gets kicked off the flight and ends up right back where they started, chewing up the scenery.
I'm gonna call LBJ! I knew it!
And the award for Best Actor in a Supporting Role goes to Dennis Leary!
You want to be nice to an elephant because they're very big. If the elephant wants to do whatever she wants to do, she's going to do it.
After all that drama, Botet needs a little sweet talk from Cahill to calm himself down and...
Come with me.
is this? Now we've got elephant ASMR in the middle of this movie?
Come with me.
Now seems as good a time as any to touch on the character development of this film. Pretty much any time there's nothing better going on, the characters engage in what I guess can be described as friendly banter?
Tell me exactly what it is about this place that reminds you of home, huh? The disease-bearing insects, or is it the special feeling that comes from the knowledge that at any given moment, a sniper's bullet could come spiraling towards your forehead?
Really doesn't do much to flesh out any of the characters, and instead just feels like boring, bloated filler. So, through some elephant ingenuity, the squad is able to get a hold of a truck and take their way to a nearby city, where they blend right in, no problem. And before anyone has a chance to react, Bo Ted is off in search of food in what sets off an actual, legitimately fun chase scene. Can't really say that I've seen very many other scenes involving a big, huge elephant running through some tight, narrow city streets, so you got a unique point for this movie. And after very quickly taking out an enemy attacker, that's it, huh?
Let's go.
They're back on the road.
They try to blend in, but they all got the same damn haircut.
Now, if you're like me, it's at about this time that you start saying to yourself, I've already seen an elephant on an airplane. I've already seen an elephant on a truck. I just need one more mode of transportation. Oh, thank you. I was getting worried there for a second.
You knew this boat was coming.
My first tour, I was stationed at Harbon. Every Wednesday afternoon, Monsieur Godard and the Marie Antoinette would drop in.
That's pretty convenient.
Piece of cake.
Oh, yeah. We're in a Vietnam War movie. And if all that's not enough for you, buckle up.
Oh no, she's seasick.
Look out, she's gonna drown!
I guess I gotta give the movie a little bit of credit here. I mean, they didn't go with the obvious bit. Instead, we're just kind of left asking ourselves, why? And honestly, why any of this right now? I mean, this whole scene serves zero purpose in the entire movie and really doesn't do anything other than remind you that it's still the Vietnam War and I guess we got 15 minutes to kill. So yeah, this boat battle. Again, Poole does his thing and pulls a few strings over the radio, which this time allows Dougie Doug to do the one thing that justifies his presence in this entire movie.
I'm gonna start calling you the Brown Mama!
Back on shore, while scouting the trail ahead in a nearby village, Lynn manages to get himself captured. All of this to say that we finally have ourselves a rescue scene.
Stop, darn it, you crazy animal! Hey, what lie? Oh!
You know, you wouldn't expect something like this to be so anticlimactic. But, looking back at some of these other scenes, I guess it shouldn't be that surprising. Surface-to-air helicopter gun battle? Busted while making your way through a small city on an elephant? No biggie. Surprise mortar attack while floating down a river? Just got to place a quick phone call and, yep, all good. It's like It wants to be a Disney family movie, but it also just so happens to be taking place in the middle of the Vietnam War. So all of the action scenes have to be on the lower intensity side of the scale. And then all of the family friendliness of this movie is always just a few ticks off.
You worked him over pretty good.
He hit me this many.
Yeah, a few ticks off. Alrighty, we're getting close to that Dumbo drop now. I can definitely feel it. Now that the path has been cleared, the squad is able to make their way down to a nearby army base, where they find out the landing strip they were planning on using to drop Botet off was recently destroyed. So they realize they're just gonna have to parachute the elephant in, which we already knew because we've seen the title, we've seen the trailer, we've seen the poster. So no surprises here. Of course, they can't just shove the elephant with a parachute out the door and call it a day. I mean, you gotta make it through a storm of enemy missiles and bullets first, right?
Take us down below the radar.
This isn't a fighter, this is a cargo plane.
Do it!
You can't drop from this altitude.
We'll go back up when we get closer to the village.
Finally, after everything that we've had to sit through here, the scene we've all been waiting for has arrived.
No!
Yes! Okay, Operation Dumbo Drop. You got me. That scene was pretty legit. Don't get me wrong, it was ridiculous. But let's think about it for a second. Mid-air parachute rescue that has Ray Liotta basically riding the elephant in order to save the day. I'm impressed. I mean, movie still sucks, but that was pretty good stuff. Yeah, totally forgot about these guys. How the heck are the good guys gonna get out of this one? Oh, come on! Things were going so well for a second there.
Oh my God!
Operation Dumbo Drop is a success. The scene, not the movie. Oh, we're still not done yet? Oh, why?
Elephant going to die.
Seriously, though, if you're gonna set up a standoff with the final boss, you gotta do something with it. I mean, it's great that Dougie Doug has a second thing to do in this movie, but this payoff is awful. So in the end, villagers are happy with Botet. No idea if Botet is happy, I guess. He seems okay with that stranger on his back and that headdress on him. I'm sure he's fine. Cahill tells Lynn that he has to go home, which bums him out, but then he's cool with everything. Doyle says his goodbyes to the crew and now seems okay with being Cahill's replacement and being stationed at the village. And that's pretty much where we wrap up. No. How is that even possible? Okay, here we go. Baltimore Sun has an article about this from when the movie opened. Yeah, right at the top here. Although this movie is based on real events, the filmmakers took a lot of liberties with the facts. Real shocker. So it looks like the real story here is that a Green Beret captain by the name of John Scott Gant delivered 2 elephants to a far-out mountain village by helicopter. The villagers needed elephants to help transport logs to a nearby sawmill, and the US military needed that sawmill to help build training facilities in the area. Just a little quid pro quo. That's it. So no parachuting elephant, no random Asian festival, no awkward moments involving Nestle Crunch bars.
You win a Nestle's Crunch Bar!
That's all made up for the movie. A movie which is... It's set during the Vietnam War, but it's definitely not a war film. It's presented as a Disney family-friendly comedy, but it's definitely not very family-friendly. Or funny.
No!
Disney's really hitting on all cylinders with this one when it comes to sterilized retelling of historical events. I mean...
Years from now, my kid's gonna ask me, Daddy, what's the worst thing you saw in the war? After this, there's no contest.
Even without all of that, though, Operation Dumbo Drop does have little elements of charm here and there. Most of that really comes down to Danny Glover and Ray Liotta just already being enjoyable actors to watch do their thing. There's nothing unique or even notable about their performances here, but you quickly find yourself going, yeah, I like these guys. In the end, this is still the movie where an elephant parachutes out of an airplane. You probably won't remember anything else going into it, and once the credits have rolled, you probably won't remember much.
Sweet dreams you can't resist. N-E-S-T-L-E-S. A dream as sweet as this. N-E-S-T-L-E-S.
Where's the crunch?
Creamy white.
Where's the crunch?
You can't resist.
Where's the crunch?